In today's lesson, we will continue to learn about value. However, let's start out with a warm-up sketch of a fruit arrangement. As usual, you'll need your HB pencil and white paper. Let's start by moving our whole arm to swirl in just a large shape where all the fruit's going to fit. Then we're going to swirl in some ovals and circles for the fruit pieces that are in the front. Then swirl in the shapes that are in the back. And lastly, swirl in the shapes of the strawberries that are in the center. And you just overlap the circles. Then we're going to change to our writing hold, and we're going to correct the contour line of each one of the pieces of fruit. You could see I started with the strawberry and I moved over to the orange slice on the left. Then I corrected the shapes of those two shapes on the left side. And I moved down to the front again, staying with the fruit in the front, and did the lime slice. Moved over to the shape next to that on the right. Then I corrected the shapes that I saw to the right of that. Then I moved over to the strawberries in the center, doing the one in the front first, using my writing hold and carefully and slowly doing the contour line drawing that we learned in the previous lesson, and just carefully going through all of those strawberries, including the one that's kind of hiding in the back there. Next, I moved over to that other citrus fruit on the top left. And then I corrected the piece that was over on the right. Looks like I was way off on that. Now you could take your eraser and erase all the extra lines that are laying around that don't need to be there. And now you're going to shade in the values, starting with the very darkest. And I'm not putting a lot of detail. I'm just laying in the very, very darkest values first with a hard pressure. Second, I'm laying in the medium values with a medium pressure. You need to look for them. That's like the stems of the strawberries and the sides of some of the citrus fruits. And lastly, I switched to my 2H pencil and put in just the lightest values I could find, the ones that are not white. I'm leaving my white areas white. After our sketch, we will go right into our fish drawing and apply more layers of shadows. We will draw the shapes of the darkest parts of the shadows and fill them in with a 2B pencil. And then we'll identify the lightest values and tone those areas also. I'll show you how. First, we'll use our 2B pencil to draw and then fill in the darkest shadows on the fish. And next, we'll use our 2H pencils to draw and then fill in the lightest values on the fish, leaving the white areas white. Lastly, we'll add some fine details to the fish, like ridges on the fins. You could see my example here on the right. Like dark areas on the eyes and mouth. And a fine outline around everything. If you're ready to begin, print off your lesson and let's get started.